Good afternoon from New York. Tonight, we're coming on air with breaking news. Very sad news to tell us now. The LA Times reporting that retired Los Angeles Lakers basketball star Kobe Bryant has been murdered in a helicopter crash. It happened this morning. The chopper reportedly went down just before 10 a.m. local time. It turned to fire as the death toll passes there in Calabasas, California. That's what the best of Los Angeles will see the picture here. Devastating flames from impact starting nearby Russia.
Hello guys, and welcome back to another episode of Dad Meets World. I want to thank you again if you're just tuning in. This is our second video. My name is Doug, and I invite you on the journey tonight. So let's get to it. Today's episode, guys, we're going to talk the power of the mind. I want you to think about it for a moment, but the mind is a very powerful tool. Does a lot of things for us that we don't take into account. It helps us to breathe without us thinking about it. We blink our eyes without us thinking about it. It runs the heart without us thinking about it. It does all these things on an unconscious level. Consciously, we choose to move our arms. We choose to hold things. We choose to move back from the sensation of something that's too hot, sharp, or that would hurt us. But those are not the aspects of the mind that I want to talk to you about tonight. I want to talk to you tonight, guys, about the mind and how it impacts the way we see ourselves and others and the world around us. Essentially, we're always listening to two tapes, a good tape or a bad tape. And which tape we give more playtime to impacts how we see ourselves and the world around us. A good tape, guys, is always positive in nature, and it promotes self-confidence, and it speaks life rather into the lives of ourselves and others. In other words, it's a message of hope. It says, you are valuable, you have purpose, you are deserving, and you are loved. Essentially, it is always going to accentuate the positive. When I talk about speaking life into others, that means we don't talk against things, we talk for things. You will overcome addiction. You will overcome disease. You are smart enough to land that job. You are deserving of love. You are worthy of the promotion. You will come out on top. There's always hope. The bad tape, guys, is always negative in nature, and it lowers self-confidence, and it speaks death into the life of ourself and of others. Essentially, it delivers the message of you are stupid, you are worthless, your life has no meaning, you're unworthy, no one loves you. These things are hurtful, detrimental. And if you've heard anything like this, guys, I want you to stop listening to it. It's garbage. It's hogwash. There's no point in listening to it. I have been told personally that I was too broken and too damaged to be of any good to anybody, that I was worthless, that I was a failure, I was always going to be a failure, I was a waste of human parking space, and that I ultimately did not matter. It's not true of me, and if you've been told these things, it's not true of you. So why do we need to do this? We need to rewire the mind when we hear these bad messages. We need to 86 them, guys. 86 them. Only listen to the good messages. Messages say, yes, we can, and there's hope for tomorrow. I want to talk to you for a minute about one way we can do this, guys. It's called the mirror exercise. The next time you look yourself in the mirror and you're tempted, and you look at that lens and you start to doubt yourself, you start to think negatively about yourself, I want you to tell yourself that you're loved, that you're worthy, and that you can do it. Again, I want you to tell yourself that you're loved, that you're worthy, and you can do it. See, we become what we attract, and we attract what we become. It's time to turn off the negative messages. It's time to stop listening to all the media that wants to divide us. We are more alike than we are different. It's time to be human again and recognize the humanity in ourselves and in others. So why this video, guys? I'm noticing more and more people are getting rid of hope. They don't think that there's hope anymore. They just get isolated, they get alone, and they're not okay with telling people that they're not okay. So they take themselves out of the equation. Guys, suicide is a permanent solution to a temporary feeling, emotion, or circumstance. It may not feel that way. You may feel overwhelmed, but I want you to know, eventually, it may not be today, it may not be tomorrow, it may not even be a month from now, but whatever you're feeling, it will eventually let up. Now, you may feel like no one cares, but I'm one person out here making this video to let you know I care enough about you to make this video. Now, guys, if you suspect someone that you know, or you are someone who's thinking of suicide, please call the suicide hotline at 1-800-273-8255. Why this video, guys? 800,000 people die from suicide every year. My own mother committed suicide. My oldest brother, Michael, committed suicide. My cousin Daryl committed suicide. And my good friend Philip, just 2 years out of high school, rode his 10-speed off an overpass intentionally and ended his life. I would like to be a proponent for change and positivity and always speak life into the lives of myself and the lives of others. Your life is worth something. I don't care what you think now. If you're thinking negatively, you're worth something. You mean something to someone. And I cared enough about this message, so that means you also mean something to me. So again, if you or someone you are thinking of someone you know is thinking of suicide, please consider calling 1-800-273-8255 and get the resources that you need. It's okay to not be okay. And now, guys, famous people we have lost to suicide, suspected or confirmed. Smile though your heart is aching. Smile even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you'll get by. If you smile through your fears and sorrows, smile and maybe tomorrow you'll see the sun come shining through for you. Light up your face with gladness. Hide every trace of sadness. Although a tear may be ever so near, that's the time you must keep on trying. Smile, what's the use of crying? You'll find that life's worthwhile if you just smile. Until next time, guys, this is Dad Meets World saying stay sane, stay safe, and if you can't stay sane, stay up. See you on the flip side.